In the beginning, there is no story. There is only a vast and unbroken silence, not the silence of a quiet room, but the silence of something much older, a silence that does not wait, a silence that does not listen, a silence that simply is. And within that silence, something begins, not suddenly, not clearly, but like a distant memory slowly rising from the dark. Tonight, we step into that memory, far beyond the edges of kingdoms, beyond the last village fire, beyond the final road that men have walked. There lies a place that the world has forgotten, an old battlefield. Once it was alive, not with peace, but with movement, with shouting voices, with clashing iron, with fear and courage, and the trembling line between them. Men stood here once, so did beasts. They ran, they fought, they fell, and the earth remembered everything. But time has a way of softening even the loudest moments. Now nothing moves. The wind drifts slowly across the land, as though it too has grown tired. The ground is dry, cracked, unforgiving. Dust gathers in the shallow scars of old battles, filling what once mattered with quiet indifference. A broken wheel lies half buried. A rusted blade sleeps beneath the sand. No one comes to claim them. No one remembers their names. Even the sky above feels distant. Dim stars flicker faintly through a thin veil of drifting ash. It is not night and it is not day. It is something in between, a time that does not belong to clocks, a place that does not belong to anyone. And yet, this emptiness is not entirely empty, because something is moving. At the far edge of the field, where shadows gather more thickly, a shape begins to emerge. Slowly, carefully, it pauses before each step, listens before each movement, not out of patience, but out of necessity. It is a jackal. Its body is thin, too thin. Its ribs press faintly against its skin, as if the body itself is beginning to forget how to hold strength. Its fur is rough, uneven. Dust clings to it in dull patches. Its eyes, however, are alive, sharp, restless, always searching. They do not look at the world, they scan it, measuring, judging, hoping. It has not eaten well for many days, perhaps longer. Time is difficult to measure when hunger becomes constant. At first, hunger is a sharp thing, a claw inside the body, a sudden ache, a demon. But over time, it changes. It becomes quieter, not gone, never gone, but deeper, a slow, spreading emptiness that touches everything. The jackal walks, Not quickly, not slowly, just forward. Its paws press lightly against the ground. Even now, it wastes no energy. It stops. Often, it listens, not just for sound, but for absence. Because in a place like this, absence itself speaks. There is no scent of prey, no trace of movement, no warmth in the air that might suggest life nearby. Only dryness, only stillness, only the long echo of something that no longer exists. The jackal exhales, slowly, quietly, a breath that carries fatigue and something else, something closer to resignation. Still, it does not stop, because stopping means accepting, and the body is not ready to accept yet. Step by step by step, the rhythm is steady, unremarkable, endless, and then it stops, not by choice, but because something has reached it, a sound, faint, so faint that it barely exists, a low vibration carried across distance. Thumb, the jackal's head lifts, its ears tighten, its body becomes still in a way that is almost unnatural. The world holds its breath. Nothing follows, only silence. Again, the jackal waits. Time stretches. Was it real, or was it something its mind created to fill the emptiness? Hunger can do that. It can take nothing and shape it into something. It can take silence and turn it into promise. The jackal does not move. It listens longer now, more carefully. Then again, asterisk, asterisk, thumb, asterisk, asterisk, clearer this time, deeper, heavier, not random, something with weight, something with presence. The jackal's heart quickens, not yet fear, something else, something far more dangerous, expectation. The sound does not disappear. It returns, slowly, steadily, as if it has always been there, waiting for something to notice it. Asterisk, asterisk, thumb, asterisk, asterisk, a pause, asterisk, asterisk, thumb, asterisk, asterisk. The rhythm is uneven, not quite regular, but not random either. It carries weight, a kind of presence that presses gently against the air. The jackal remains still. Its body is quiet, but inside, something has begun to move. Thought, not a clear thought, not yet, but a gathering, a pulling together of fragments. The sound, the distance, the silence around it, all of it begins to form something, a shape without edges, a meaning without certainty. The jackal listens again, more carefully now. It tilts its head slightly, adjusting, aligning, as though it can draw a picture from sound alone. Asterisk, asterisk, thumb, thumb, asterisk, asterisk, closer, or perhaps only clearer. The jackal takes a slow breath. There is no scent, still none. This is strange. Every living creature leaves a trace, a warmth, a smell, a sign. But this offers nothing, only sound. The old instinct speaks again, soft, but firm, asterisk. Something is wrong, asterisk. The jackal does not move. It listens once more. The sound arrives just as before, heavy, distant, unseen. The mind begins its work, not to discover truth, but to remove uncertainty, because uncertainty is difficult to live with, especially when the body is hungry. The jackal swallows. Its throat is dry. Inside, something shifts. A small idea, barely formed, but persiste. Asterisk. What if? Asterisk. The jackal's eyes narrow slightly. Asterisk. What if this sound? Asterisk. Another pause. Asterisk belongs to something alive. Asterisk. The thought lingers. It does not rush forward. It does not demand belief. It simply waits, and the mind returns to it again and again, each time adding a little more shape. Asterisk. A large creature. Asterisk. The sound supports this. Deep, heavy. Asterisk. A slow creature. Asterisk. The rhythm suggests this. Measured, unhurried. Asterisk. A vulnerable creature. Asterisk. The silence suggests this. No movement, no escape. The jackal exhales slowly. The idea grows, not because it is true, but because it fits. And when something fits, the mind begins to trust it, even without proof, even without reason. Asterisk, asterisk, thumb. Asterisk, asterisk. The sound comes again. Louder now, or perhaps the jackal is simply listening more closely. Its body lowers slightly, not in fear, in focus. The world around it fades. The broken field, the distant sky, the drifting dust, all of it becomes less important. There is only one thing now, the sound and what it might be. The jackal takes a step forward, carefully, then another, each movement controlled, silent. The old instinct whispers again. Stop, observe, asterisk. Do not assume, asterisk. But the new thought has already taken root, and once a thought takes root, it begins to grow. Quietly, relentlessly, the jackal continues forward. The sound continues. Asterisk, asterisk, thumb, 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 asterisk, asterisk. Now it feels closer, more present, almost within reach. The jackal's breathing becomes slower, not from calm, from control. Every movement now serves a purpose. It reaches a cluster of broken stones, fragments of something ancient, collapsed, forgotten. It pauses behind them, half hidden, safe. From here, it listens again. The sound is strong now, no longer distant, no longer uncertain. It is here, just beyond sight. The jackal's heart beats faster, not fear, no, something sharper, desire. The thought returns, clearer now, stronger, asterisk. There is something there, asterisk. Another breath, asterisk. Something large, asterisk. A pause, asterisk. Something full, asterisk. The jackal's mouth opens slightly, a reflex. The body remembers what the mind is beginning to believe. Food. The word is not spoken, but it is felt deeply. The jackal leans forward slightly, peering past the stone. Not enough to see, just enough to almost see. And in that almost, the mind completes the rest, because the mind does not like emptiness. It fills it with memory, with desire, with fear, or with hope. And tonight, hope wears the shape of flesh. The jackal does not rush. It waits, still hidden behind the broken stones, still half inside shadow. It listens one more time. Asterisk, asterisk, thumb, asterisk, asterisk. Closer now, clear, heavy, no longer a mystery of distance, but a presence just beyond sight. The jackal lowers its body further. Its muscles tighten, not in fear, but in preparation. Its eyes narrow, focusing on the space ahead. There is something there. It knows this now, not because it has seen it, but because It has decided, and once something is decided, the mind begins to defend it. Quietly, firmly, the jackal shifts slightly to the side. A small movement, careful, measured. The angle changes just enough. And then, for the first time, it says, far ahead, near the edge of a dying tree, something stands, large, still. Its shape is strange, too round, too smooth, too silent. The jackal freezes. Its breath becomes shallow. This is not what it expected. Not entirely. There are no legs, no head, no movement of life. And yet, asterisk, asterisk, thumb, asterisk, asterisk, the sound comes again. From it, the jackal's eyes sharpen. It watches more carefully now. The wind moves through the branches of the old tree. Dry limbs sway, slowly, unevenly. One of them strikes the object, and again, asterisk, asterisk, thumb, asterisk, asterisk. The sound is born from contact. The branch pulls away, swings back, and once more, asterisk, asterisk, thumb, asterisk, asterisk. The jackal blinks. Something shifts inside its mind. For a brief moment, clarity appears. This is not a creature. There is no breath, no motion of will, no life, only wood, only air, only impact. The truth stands quietly before it, simple, empty, harmless. The jackal watches, and for a moment it understands. But understanding is fragile, especially when it is not what the mind desires. The wind blows again. The branch swings. Asterisk, asterisk, thumb. Asterisk, asterisk. The sound fills the air, deep, résonnant. The jackal's ears twitch. That sound still carries weight, still suggests size, still suggests depth. The mind hesitates between what is seen and what is felt, between truth and expectation. The jackal takes a slow step forward, then another. It does not retreat because the idea has already grown too large. The object remains still, still, except when struck. The jackal circles slowly, keeping distance, observing. Its nose lifts slightly. It smells nothing, still nothing, no blood, no flesh, no life, only dry air. The truth is obvious now, but the mind does not let go so easily. Another thought begins to form, more complex, this time, more subtle. Asterisk, what if? Asterisk. The jackal pauses. Its eyes fix on the object. Asterisk. What if it only appears empty? Asterisk. Slow breath. Asterisk. Because what is inside? Asterisk. A flicker of hunger. is hidden, the idea settles. It feels possible because the sound is too deep, too full, Dori, to come from nothing. The jackal steps closer. Now it can see the surface clearly, stretched, tight, curved, strange, unfamiliar. It reaches out slowly with one cautious paw. Tush, the surface resists. Firm, elastic. The jackal pulls back quickly, not in fear, in surprise. It touches again, this time with more confidence. A push, a response, a hollow vibration beneath the surface. The jackal's eyes widen slightly. That feeling, that echo, it feels like space, but the mind interprets it differently. Asterisk, something is inside. Asterisk, the thought arrives, fully formed now, not a question, a conclusion. The jackal begins to circle faster. Its breathing changes, shorter, more urgent. The object grows larger in its mind, not just in size, but in meaning. Bade, asterisk, sealed, asterisk, full. The hunger returns, sharp again, burning. The truth fades, replaced by something far more powerful, belief. And belief, when fed by desire, becomes certainty. The thought has settled, not as a question, but as truth. There is something inside. The jackal no longer doubts this. It no longer asks times if asterisk, only times how asterisk, how to reach it, how to open it, how to claim it. The object stands silently before it, unmoving, unresisting, but no longer empty in the jackal's mind. Now it is full. The jackal circles once more, slower this time, more deliberate. Its eyes scan every curve, every edge, every subtle change in the surface, looking for weakness, looking for entry. The wind moves again. A branch swings, strikes the surface. Asterisk, asterisk, thumb, asterisk, asterisk. The sound resonates deeply. The jackal freezes, not in fear, in recognition. That sound is no longer mysterious. It is confirmation. Yes, asterisk, there is space inside. Asterisk, Asterisk. There must be something within that space. Asterisk. The logic feels complete, closed, self-sustaining. The jackal steps closer, no longer cautious, drawn forward by certainty. It reaches out again with its paw, presses harder this time. The surface bends slightly, then pushes back. Firm, tense, alive with tension, the jackal withdraws, then presses again, more force this time. The surface responds with a deeper vibration, a hollow echo. The jackal's breathing quickens. That sound, that feeling, it feeds the belief, strengthens it. The jackal lowers its head, brings its nose closer, inhales. Nothing, still nothing. No scent, no trace. The truth is still there, waiting, but now it is no longer enough, because belief has already taken its place. The jackal opens its mouth slightly, its teeth glint faintly in the dim, colorless light. It leans forward and bites. The surface resists, thick, tight. The teeth press in, but do not break through. The jackal pulls back. Its jaw tightens. It tries again, harder this time. The bite is stronger, more desperate, but still nothing. No tear, no opening, only resistance. The jackal steps back. A low sound escapes its throat. Not quite anger, not yet frustration. Something in between, something rising. It circles again, faster now, less controlled. The calm observation is fading. In its place, urgency. The object stands unchanged, still, unyielding. The jackal lunges forward. Suddenly, a swipe of its paw, a sharp impact. Asterisk, asterisk, thumb. Asterisk, asterisk. The sound bursts outward, loud, sud. The jackal jumps back, startled, but only for a moment, because now it understands something new. And boat, asterisk. This thing responds, asterisk. It strikes again, harder, asterisk, asterisk, thumb, asterisk, asterisk. The sound echoes again. The jackal's eyes gleam. There is excitement now, a dangerous kind, because response feels like progress, even when it is not. The jackal begins to strike repeatedly, paw after paw, claw against surface, each impact followed by sound, asterisk, asterisk, thumb, 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 asterisk, asterisk. The rhythm grows faster, the breathing grows heavier, dust lifts slightly from the ground. The jackal is no longer observing, it is acting, driven, compelled. Each strike is a question, each sound an answer it chooses to believe. Yes, asterisk. It is working. Asterisk, asterisk. It will open. Asterisk, asterisk. It must open. Asterisk. The claws scrape against the surface, searching for a weak point. Finding none, the jackal bites again. Harder now, its teeth strain. Its jaw trembles. Still, nothing gives. The surface holds. Silo, unbroken. The jackal pulls away, breathing heavily now. Its chest rises and falls with growing intensity. Something inside it begins to shift again. The belief remains, but now it is no longer calm. It is demanding, insistent, almost angry. Asterisk. Why won't it open? Asterisk. The question flickers, brief, then fades, because doubt is dangerous, and the mind pushes it away, replacing it with something else. Asterisk. It just needs more force. Asterisk. The jackal steps back, just slightly. Its body lowers, muscles tighten, energy gathers. It prepares, not to test, but to break. The silence deepens around it. Even the wind pauses, as if watching. The jackal lunges forward, full force, claws extended, teeth ready. Impact. Asterisk, asterisk. Thumb. Asterisk, asterisk. Louder than before, but still no opening. Only sound, only echo, only the hollow promise of something that is not there. The night does not remain empty. It never does. While the jackal strikes, while it circles, while it throws itself again and again against the unyielding surface, something else is watching, far beyond the edge of the clearing, hidden in a deeper layer of shadow. A second presence waits, still, silent, patient. Its eyes are open, not wide, not startled, but steady, focused. It has been there for some time now, long enough to understand the rhythm, the movement, the sound. Asterisk, asterisk, thumb, 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 asterisk, asterisk. The pattern repeats, regular, predictable, not the movement of prey, not the chaos of fear, something else, something careless. The figure shifts slightly in the dark, a low, controlled motion, barely visible, but powerful. Muscles coil beneath spotted skin. A tail flicks once, slowly. This is no scavenger. This is a hunter, a leopard. It does not rush. It does not reveal itself because it does not need to. It already understands more than the jackal ever will. The leopard watches the jackal, not the object, not the source of the sound. The jackal, its erratic movement, its growing obsession, its narrowing whirl. The leopard sees it clearly. The jackal is no longer aware of anything beyond the drum, not the wind, not the shifting shadows, not the silent danger approaching. Its world has collapsed into a single point, the object, the promise inside it. The leopard lowers its body closer to the ground. Its steps begin slow, measured, soundless, each movement placed with care, each breath controlled. The distance closes, but the jackal does not notice. It strikes again, asterisk, asterisk, thumb, asterisk, asterisk. The sound fills the air once more. The jackal's mind absorbs it instantly, transforms it. Yes, asterisk, still there, asterisk, still full, asterisk, still waiting to be opened, asterisk. The leopard pauses, its head tilts slightly. It listens, not to the sound itself, but to the meaning the jackal is giving it, because meaning is louder than noise. The leopard steps closer. Now it can see more clearly the strange object, the dry tree, the swinging branch, the impact. The truth is obvious. There is nothing inside, nothing of value, nothing worth effort. The leopard understands this instantly, without struggle, without conflict, because it is not hungry in the same way. Its hunger is sharp, focused, efficient, not desperate, not blind. Its gaze returns to the jackal, and now it understands something else. The jackal believes completely, without doubt, without awareness, and belief like that is dangerous, not because it is wrong, but because it is blind. The leopard takes another step, closer now. The distance is almost gone. Still, the jackal does not turn. It does not look back. It does not listen, because its mind is full, and a full mind has no space for reality. The jackal lunges again. Claws strike, teeth snap, asterisk, asterisk, thumb, asterisk, asterisk, louder, more desperate. The leopard's muscles tighten. This is the moment, not chosen by the jackal, but created by it. Because while it chased illusion, it abandoned awareness. And Awareness is survival. The leopard lowers its head. Its body becomes still again. One final calculation. Distance, angle, timing, perfect. The night holds its breath. The wind stops. Even the branches seem to freeze, and the drum waits. There is a moment just before everything happens, when the world becomes still, not silent, but suspended, as if time itself hesitates. The jackal does not feel it, because its mind is elsewhere, locked forward, fixed on the drum, on the promise, on the imagined reward that has grown larger than reality itself. It lunges again, claws strike, teeth follow, asterisk, asterisk thumb, asterisk, asterisk. The sound erupts, loud, hollow, convincing. The jackal's body moves with it, forward, closer, committed. And in that exact moment, something else moves from the dark. Without sound, without warning, the leopard explodes forward, not with chaos, but with precision, a single motion. Fast enough to be invisible, direct enough to be final. Its body cuts through the air, muscles release all at once. Distance disappears. The jackal does not turn. It does not hear. It does not know, because its world is still pointed forward, toward the drum, toward nothing. Impact, not loud, not dramatic, just sudden. Weight, force, control. The leopard's paws land with certainty, its jaws close with purpose. There is no hesitation, no second attempt, only execution. The jackal's body stiffens. For a fraction of a second, everything stops. The drum is silent. The wind does not move. Even the ground seems to hold its breath. Then movement returns, but not the same movement as before. No more circling, no more striking, no more searching, only the aftermath of something that never had a chance to understand what was happening. The leopard adjusts its grip, calm, controlled. Its breathing remains steady, unchanged, because for the leopard, this is not chaos, This is completion. The jackal's struggle, if it can be called that, is brief, unfocused, misaligned, because even now its mind has not fully caught up. There is no clear moment where it realizes, asterisk, this is the end, asterisk, because realization requires awareness, and awareness was lost long before this moment, lost in sound, lost in belief, lost in the idea of something that was never there. The drum stands untouched, unbroken, unchanged, its surface still tight, its hollow still empty. The branch swings once more. Slowly, gently, it strikes, asterisk, asterisk, thumb, asterisk, asterisk. The sound echoes again through the clearing, deep, full, convincing, but now there is no one left to believe it. The clearing is quiet again, not the same quiet as before, not the quiet of waiting, but the quiet of something finished. The drum still stands, unchanged, its surface unbroken, its hollow untouched. The branch continues its slow motion, back and forth, and once more, asterisk, asterisk, thumb, asterisk, asterisk. The sound spreads into the night, deep, full, convincing, as it always was. Nothing about it has changed, not the sound, not the source, not the truth, only the one who listened. And that is where everything happened. The jackal is gone, but the pattern remains, because this was never about the drum, and it was never about the jackal alone. It was about something far more subtle, something invisible, something that does not exist in the world, but exists in the mind. Belief does not begin with truth. It begins with a signal, a sound, a pattern, a fragment, something incomplete, something open. And the mind does not tolerate openness for long. It fills, it completes, it connects what is not connected. And once the shape is formed, it protects it. The jackal heard a sound. That was all. but the sound was deep, résonnant, suggestive, and from that suggestion, a world was built, an inside, a fullness, a hidden reward. None of it was real, but all of it was experienced. And experience feels like truth. The mind does not ask. Asterisk, is this correct? Asterisk, it asks. Asterisk, does this make sense? Asterisk, and once something makes sense, it becomes difficult to question. Even when reality disagrees, even when evidence is absent, even when the senses themselves offer contradiction, because belief reshapes perception. The jackal saw the surface. It felt the tension. It heard the hollow echo, all signals of emptiness. But the belief had already formed, so the signals were reinterpreted not as evidence against, but as proof in favor. The hollow became space. The tension became containment. The silence became secrecy. Everything aligned, not with reality, but with expectation. And once alignment occurs, the system closes, self-reinforcing, self-sustaining. Doubt becomes threat. Contradiction becomes noise. Reality becomes optional. The jackal did not fail because it was foolish. It failed because it was consistent. Consistent with its belief, consistent with its logic, consistent with the story it had already chosen to accept. And once a story is accepted, the world rearranges itself around it, not in fact, but in perception. And perception is enough to guide action, even when it leads directly into danger. The leopard did not deceive the jackal. The drum did not trick it. The wind did not lie. Everything was exactly as it was. Only the interpretation changed, and that was enough. Because the most powerful illusions are not imposed from outside. They are constructed within, quietly, logically, inevitably. If the story had ended with the jackal, it would be simple. A single mind, a single mistake, contained, limited, but the world does not work that way, because minds do not exist alone. They observe each other, they learn from each other, and more importantly, they trust each other. Imagine now another jackal enters the clearing. Louder, after the night has shifted, after the struggle has ended, after the silence has returned, it moves cautiously at first, its nose low to the ground, its ears alert, reading the space, sensing what came before, and then asterisk, asterisk, thumb, asterisk, asterisk, the sound arrives, deep, resonant. It stops just as the first one did. Its body stills, its head lifts slowly. It listens, again, asterisk, asterisk, thumb, asterisk, asterisk. The same pattern, the same suggestion, the same open signal waiting to be interpreted. But this time there is something more, something new. Traces on the ground, faint marks, scratches, disturbed dust. The second jackal moves closer, carefully examining the signs. It sees the marks of claws, repeated, intense, focused in one place, around the drum. The pattern is clear. Someone was here. Someone worked hard. Someone tried to get inside. The second jackal pauses, and in that pause, a conclusion forms, not from the sound alone, but from the evidence of effort, asterisk. It must be worth something, asterisk, because why else would another try so hard? The sound suggests, the marks confirm, two incomplete signals combined into certainty. The second jackal steps closer, more confident now, less cautious, because now it is not alone in its interpretation. Even though the first jackal is gone, its belief remains encoded in the ground, visible in the marks, transferred without words. This is how ideas travel, not through explanation, but through traces, through actions, through the silent suggestion that times someone else believed this too. Asterisk. The drum sounds again. Asterisk. Asterisk. Thumb. Asterisk. Asterisk. And now it is louder, not in sound, but in meaning, because meaning compounds. It builds layer by layer, signal by signal, min, be mind. The second jackal circles the drum just as the first one did, but it moves faster with less hesitation because it is starting from a different place, not from uncertainty, but from inherited belief. It does not need to ask, asterisk, is there something inside? Asterisk. That question has already been answered, not by truth, but by implication, by evidence of behavior. And behavior is often mistaken for knowledge. The second jackal strikes the surface. Asterisk. Asterisk. Thumb. Asterisk. Asterisk. The sound returns, reinforcing everything. The loop closes faster this time because it began closer to certainty, and so the belief grows stronger, more stable, more resistant to doubt. Now imagine a third and a fourth, each arriving later, each seeing more traces, more marks, more confirmation, until eventually the belief is no longer questioned at all, not because it has been proven, but because it has been repeated, and repetition feels like truth, even when the drum is still empty, even when the sound still means nothing, even when reality has never changed. The echo continues, not just in the air, but in minds, amplified, shared, accepted, until the illusion is no longer personal. It becomes collective. But now the clearing is no longer empty, not in the way it once was. There are more jackals, not many, but enough to create a pattern, enough to create agreement. They move around the drum. Some strike it, some listen, some simply watch, but all of them share the same assumption. There is something inside. No one remembers exactly who decided this first. It no longer matters, because the belief no longer belongs to an individual. It belongs to the group. And once a belief becomes shared, it becomes stable, difficult to challenge, even harder to escape. The drum continues its rhythm. Asterisk, asterisk, thumb, asterisk, asterisk, and each time it sounds, heads turn, ears lift, attention aligns, not because the sound changed, but because its meaning has been agreed upon, reinforced, repeated, protected, and then one more jackal arrives. Later, than the others, quieter, more cautious. It stops at the edge of the clearing, observing not just the drum, but the others, their movement, their focus, their certainty. It does not move in immediately. It watches first. It listens. Asterisk, asterisk, thumb, asterisk, asterisk. The sound reaches it, familiar, suggestive, but this time something is different. It tilts its head slightly, not fully convinced, not fully aligned. It takes a slow step forward, then another, closer to the drum, closer to the truth. It circles once, wide, observing the surface, the branch, the impact, the cause, the effect, and then it pulls because it sees it clearly. The connection is simple. The sound comes from contact, from wood striking surface, from emptiness echoing back. Nothing more, nothing hidden, nothing inside. The realization settles quietly, not dramatic, not sudden, just clear. The jackal looks at the others. They are still circling, still striking, still believing. It hesitates, not because it doubts what it sees, but because it understands what the others do not. Belief is not just an idea. It is a structure, and structures resist change, especially from within. The jackal takes a breath, steps closer to the group, opens its mouth slightly, as if to signal, as if to say, asterisk. There is nothing inside, asterisk. But the moment does not hold, because before it can act, asterisk, asterisk, thumb, asterisk, asterisk, the sound interrupts. Heads turn again, eyes sharpen, attention resets. The group tightens, recentered, realigned. The brief window of doubt closes instantly. The jackal freezes. It sees something now that is harder than the drum, harder than truth. The cost. If it speaks, it stands alone against not one, but many, against not just individuals, but agreement itself. And agreement has weight. It defines what is acceptable, what is reasonable, what is real. To challenge it is to step outside it, to risk rejection, isolation, or worse, being seen as the one who is wrong even when it is not. The jackal closes its mouth. Slowly, the clarity remains, but it is no longer enough, because clarity alone does not change systems. The drum sounds again. Asterisk, asterisk, thumb, asterisk, asterisk. The others respond instinctively, together. And the jackal, after a long takes a step forward, not away, but toward them, toward the drum, toward the shared belief, not because it is convinced, but because it is alone, and sometimes that is enough. Nothing about the drum has changed, not from the beginning, not now, not ever. It stands where it stood, under the same dying tree, struck by the same branch, producing the same sound, asterisk, asterisk, thumb, asterisk, asterisk, deep, full, convincing. It has never contained anything, no hidden flesh, no sealed reward, no secret waiting to be uncovered, only tension stretched over emptiness, only surface over hollow space, only sound shaped by impact, and yet everything else changed. The jackal changed, its thoughts, its perception, its certainty. Then others changed, not because they discovered something new, but because they inherited something unexamined, a belief formed from a sound reinforced by action, stabilized by repetition, protected by agreement, until it no longer felt like belief at all. It felt like reality, and that is the most dangerous transformation, because once something feels real, it no longer needs to be true. The drum does not deceive, it does not intend, it does not suggest. It simply exists. It produces a sound when struck, nothing more. The illusion was never in the object. It was in the interpretation, and interpretation is not passive. It is constructed, shaped by desire, sharpened by expectation, filtered through fear, and once formed, defended, not because it is correct, but because it is ours. This is why the jackal could not stop, not when the surface resisted, not when the scent was absent, not even when the structure contradicted itself, because by then it was no longer testing the drum. It was protecting the belief, and protecting belief often looks like pursuing truth, but it is not the same. One question, the other insists. One opens, the other closes. The jackal did not die because it was hungry. It died because it could not stop believing in what its hunger had created. And the others, they may continue circling striking, listening, repeating, long after the first mistake has been forgotten, because systems of belief do not require origins. They require continuity, and continuity is easy. All it takes is one more mind that does not pause, one more step forward instead of back, one more moment where the question is not asked. The drum sounds again, asterisk, asterisk, thumb, asterisk, asterisk. You hear it, of course you do, everyone does. The question is not whether the sound is real, it is. The question is, what do you build around it? Do you stop? Do you look? Do you test what you think you know? Or do you move forward with the others, not because you are certain, but because they are? The drum will not answer you. It never has. It never will, because the answer was never inside it. It was always inside the one who listens, and that is where the story ends and begins again.